the next few minutes, we'll explore some key concepts and tools to consider when deciding if a subscription license is a good way to sell your digital product. Your digital product might be a Mac, Windows, or Linux desktop application, a plugin, a game, or a spreadsheet. It might also be a video, a PDF, or ebook, or even a mobile application running on iOS or Android. We'll be looking at a manual activation process, an online automated process with a serial number, and how you can automate the order process and periodic payments for your subscription product. First, let's consider a manual activation process. You'll deliver the protected application to a customer, and on first launch, an activation dialog will be presented. It shows a unique request number for that machine, which the customer gives that number to you, and you return back an activation code that only works on their computer. Once the software is activated, it then begins to run. The first launch of each subscription period, whether it be a month, quarter, or year, an inner subscription code dialog is presented. You'll deliver to the customer the subscription codes they need as long as they remain an active subscriber. To create this kind of license, you need an application like Quick License. You can either insert a few lines of programming code to your application and apply the subscription license, or you can use the Add License Wrapping tool and apply the license to a compiled Mac or Windows application without doing any programming at all. Now let's consider a more automated activation process where you sell a serial number to the customer at the time of purchase, and on first launch, an activation dialog is presented. The customer is going to have to enter that serial number into the dialog along with any other information you want to collect. And when they click Activate Now, the software is immediately activated and they can continue to use that software as long as they pay the monthly activation or the monthly subscription cost for that software. If they decide to cancel the subscription, you'll go to an activation server that manages the license and turn that subscription off. For example, for their serial number, there'll be a subscriber checkbox and you can just clear it to disable the software. There's 3 different types of activation servers that you can use in conjunction with Quick License. One is an account on the Safe Activation Service. There's also a self-hosted activation server called Web Activation that runs on a Windows-based website of your own, or the Desktop License Server is another type of activation server that handles the automated subscriptions, and it will run either on your own Windows or Linux-based website. You can learn more about each of these by going to excelsoftware.com and click on the Protect and License page. From that page, you'll see descriptions of lots of different licensing products, including the Safe Activation Service, the Web Activation, and Desktop License Server that we discussed. Once you've decided whether you want to do a manual or online activation process, you'll need to consider how you're going to collect monthly, quarterly, or annual payments from each of those subscribers. There's a lot of different ways of doing that, with either a shopping cart on your website, or a real simple way of doing it is just get a PayPal merchant account and create a subscription button. When you put that button on your website and the user or potential customer clicks that button, it prompts them for credit card information and then will automatically charge their credit card every month, quarter, or year for as long as they remain an active subscriber. It also gives them a means of canceling the subscription. If you want to further automate the process, you can link your PayPal account to Safe Activation so that when an order does occur, the customer immediately receives an email message with the serial number they need for activation. Later, if they decide to cancel the subscription, Again, PayPal will contact Safe Activation and immediately clear that subscriber checkbox, turning off your software. We've talked about creating a subscription license for applications, games, and plugins using the Quick License software. If you're going to be protecting a video, PDF, or an ebook of some sort, you'll also need the DocProtect software. It can work with Quick License and apply all different license types, including the subscription type of license. If you're going to be protecting an Excel spreadsheet, you can combine Quick License with Office Protect and turn that Excel spreadsheet into a protected application for either Mac or Windows. Finally, if you're going to be doing some kind of a mobile device using an Android or iOS type application, rather than using Quick License, you'll use a little different approach. The Cloud License provides a way of adding a few lines of programming code to your application and communicating to an online activation server with an online licensing system. And there's two different types of servers that you can use for this approach. Either Safe Activation Service 3, or you can self-host the Cloud License server on your own Windows or Linux website